vision is to continue to promote His Excellency President E.D. Mnangagwa's foreign policy directives that he has laid down since November 2017. And these include the following three pillars. Number one, that Zimbabwe would be a friend to all and an enemy of none. Number two, that Zimbabwe would pursue a policy of affirmation, engagement, and re-engagement. And number three, that Zimbabwe is open for business. As we pursue this vision, we will continue to implement the ministry's development strategies, which focus on championing Zimbabwe's efforts to improve the country's image and international relations. Excuse me, allow me to hold this like that because the sun is interfering with my reading. In broad terms, the ministry's strategies will include, but not be limited to, increasing global visibility, building strong alliances at both bilateral and multilateral levels, and boosting attractiveness by building a positive image to the outside world. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall devote the bulk of my remarks on the economic diplomacy thrust of our foreign policy, which is going to remain remain our top priority going forward. I fully intend to build on the significant gains that were registered in the past 2.5 years by my predecessor. We will redouble our efforts towards fulfilling our primary economic diplomacy role of facilitating economic and commercial exchanges between Zimbabwe and strategic partners. In so doing, our end goal is to position our business sector to increase exports to a diversity of markets and attract sustainable investments from strategic countries into Zimbabwe. As a ministry, we will endeavor to vigorously pursue our responsibilities, which include to enhance Zimbabwe's reputation as a reliable economic, trade and investment cooperation partner, and to promote the country as an attractive tourism destination. Secondly, to promote and expand Zimbabwe's exports of a diversity of goods and services to a diversity of markets. And thirdly, to promote and facilitate foreign direct investments into the various sectors of our economy, including infrastructure development projects and others. The downward trend in FDI inflows needs to be reversed, and we are determined to do that. The ministry has to ensure that all its work contributes to the attainment of national economic development objectives and also to strengthening Zimbabwe's relations with the international community. Zimbabwe needs to reclaim its role and position of contributing significantly to intra-Africa trade. To achieve this, we will need to tap into the preferential market access opportunities we have in Africa under SADC and COMESA and the tripartite free trade area and the African continental free trade area. We also need to fully take advantage of duty-free access to markets in Europe, the UK, and elsewhere. Focusing on export growth will enable us to offset the negative impact of sanctions to a great extent. Some people say they are not sanctions, they are restrictive measures. Others say they're neither that nor the other. They are coercive measures. Whatever they are, we must focus on removing them. The 10% annual growth in exports that had been set before the coming of COVID-19 pandemic can still be achieved at sectoral level. As such, the ministry will support Zimtrade to achieve that. Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry will also strive to end the country's isolation through continued engagement and re-engagement with all the members of the international community, rebranding our country's battered image, consolidating old friendships, and opening new economic frontiers of mutual beneficial cooperation will thus remain a critical foreign policy objective. Through forging strong alliances with old, new, and future allies, Zimbabwe can regain its rightful place in the international arena. In pursuit of this, and in pursuit of His Excellency the President's vision of seeing Zimbabwe actively participating in the multilateral arena, the ministry will step up its efforts and engage directly with our cooperating partners to increase our global influence. Through building strong alliances, Zimbabwe has great potential to influence global developments. If only we can strategically harness our resources. Ladies and gentlemen, Zimbabwe has a rich human resources base scattered around the globe. The Second Republic values the contribution of the diaspora and is keen to engage them in all aspects of development of the country. The Zimbabwe diaspora is a force to reckon with, as evidenced by the increased remittances that totaled more than $1 billion in 2020. We may not be able to quantify their philanthropic work or exchange programs or other contributions. Therefore, the diaspora remittance becomes a proxy for their input. In light of the huge contributions to the general growth of the economy and the betterment of the livelihood of our people, the ministry is mandated to promote and protect the interests, their interests and welfare. The ministry will thus aggressively pursue diaspora diplomacy. Key to our engagement thrust with our diaspora is the aspect of bridging the confidence and trust gap that had developed over many years. We believe that this coupled with creating a diaspora-friendly environment, effective communication, and a diaspora recognition will unleash the potential within the critical community of the diaspora. Ladies and gentlemen, another major role of the ministry is to improve the battered image of the country. Under my leadership, the ministry will play its part to see that Zimbabwe returns to its rightful place in the community of nations. After years of isolation and confrontational diplomacy, we will work extra hard to restore that position. We can boost the country's attractiveness by telling the world our narrative through robust communication.